Hello everyone, this is Merritt, Trainboy speaking, and welcome to the third and final part where I'll be answering the last and final questions which haven't yet been answered. Today I'll be answering the questions which are about my gaming channel, and then after that I'll be answering your other miscellaneous questions which aren't related to the other categories. So let's get started with my gaming channel. So, first question up, which was asked by the thethomasfan 1000. Do you have a Roblox account? Well, yes, of course I have a Roblox account. That's why I was playing on Roblox. And as you people may know, that you need an account in order to play on Roblox. But sometimes when you're new on Roblox, you could play it for free, but once you get into a game in Roblox, you would be known as a guest and what number you are. And that's how you are allowed to play in Roblox for free until sometime later they would say you now have to create your own account if you want to keep doing Roblox. Although I have played Roblox for free as a guest before I had created my account. And in case for those of you who haven't been to my gaming channel and haven't seen my Roblox live streams that I have done in the past, my Roblox username is mttrainboy101. That's the name of my Roblox username. And you can find me under that name in Roblox if you want to add me as a friend, because, you know, some Roblox people like to add each other as friends. Aw Bunny with Trains asked, do you have Discord? No, I don't. Although I know that some gaming users have a Discord and would show them what pictures they have. And sometimes you could post them a link on what other games that you would like them to play on. And I have seen a few pictures on Discord by these other users that I have known on YouTube for a few years. And I kind of felt like getting my own Discord page. I don't know if I'll ever make that happen, but, you know, time will only tell. Alright, now it's finally time for what you've all been waiting for, and that's the miscellaneous questions. First question up, what other shows do you like besides Thomas and Friends? This was asked by William070819999 and XX Nightbear, XX Alan Eve. Well, there are some other shows that I like to watch besides Thomas and Friends, like Bob the Builder, and also Popeye, and the Three Stooges. And I kind of enjoyed watching The Simpsons, and I also like SpongeBob. And a few other good shows that I like to watch, which are from Disney and Cartoon Network and whatnot. I've enjoyed those shows as well. Trainboy53 Productions asked, what's your favorite Diesel D199 Tomica Thomas and Friends short? Well, there have been some good Thomas shorts that Diesel D199 has made over the years, like the 19th short, An Average Day for Thomas. I've enjoyed that one. And short number 30, Devious Diesel 10. That was like a remake from one of the scenes of Thomas and the Magic Railroad with a twist in it. And also a short 35, Full Dream Ahead, where it shows the different nightmares that these engines were having. If I have to pick a CGI short that Diesel D199 has also made, it will have to be Short43, Thomas in America. I like the part where Thomas gets a black eye after he crashes into that rock, which I think that was kind of hilarious. Noah the Toon Mastah asked, "What are your thoughts on Stories of Sodor?" Well, at first, I did not know what you were talking about until I looked it up on YouTube. Now, you see, this type of Thomas series was created by the YouTuber Victor Tanzing. And I only saw the first episode of his series, which was about Percy. And to me, it kind of felt like that it was just one of those Thomas series that some of those other people had just made up their own. Like, it doesn't follow the TV series or the Railway series. Like, Train Lover 476 is Tommy Thomas and Friends, and Miss Oliver and Blossoms is TNF, and Trainboy 7's Thomas the Model Engine and Friends, and whatnot. I mean, any other YouTuber's Thomas series that you can think of. But that's kind of my thoughts on that type of Thomas series, and I wouldn't bother watching it more, but I'm pretty sure some of you people would if you enjoyed it. But overall, it's just my personal opinion. William07081999 asked, "Do you like the Three Stooges?" Yes, I do, and I have spoken about that, besides the other shows that I like to watch. I like when those guys were messing around a lot and doing crazy stuff, even though they could sometimes get themselves into trouble. And I think it's one of the most greatest comedy shows of all time. If I have to pick a favorite third stooge, like, Mo being, Mo being the first and Larry being the second, my favorite third stooge would have to be Curly. I like his personality and some of the cheeky stuff that he has done. And I also like that sound that he makes, and also that woo sound as well. I think he was the most hilarious guy due to the fact he does the shuffle and those other funny moves. And I kind of like Champ as well. It's just that he does that beep 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 sound. You know what I mean. And Joe is alright. I kind of like the part where he says to Mo, "Not so loud!" when, Mo shouts out sometimes. Movie and TV Show Person 2001-2002 asked, "Do you like the Wiggles?" Yes, I kind of enjoyed watching them as a kid, and I liked some of the songs that they did. And I also enjoyed some of the funny parts, like waking up Jeff and these silly wipeouts that you can think of, like Captain Feathersword having a fall down. And as you people may know right now, Anthony, he is still in the band, and unbelievable. He is now the only one left who has not been replaced by, another Blue Wiggle. But, of course, you'll never know when that day will come. Movie and TV Show Person 2001-2002 also asked, "Who's your favorite Phineas and Ferb character?" Well, that's a bit of a difficult question to answer, but I guess I'm gonna have to go with Perry the Platypus. Lincoln01 the Tank Engine asked, "Do you know The Loud House, Steven Universe, or any modern cartoon?" Well, I do know The Loud House, and I've enjoyed watching some of the episodes from that show. And Steven Universe, I haven't seen much of the episodes from it. In fact, I haven't got around to watching that show, apparently. I do know it, but I haven't been watching it. And another modern cartoon that I also know would be We Bare Bears. I like that show where it's about these three bears and they try to do these stuff of what they would come up with. But for some reason, some of these episodes show these bears as little bears and others that show them as big bears. So apparently, some of these episodes shows these three bears living in a childhood life, while these other episodes shows them living an adult life. So it's a bit weird of why we have that feature in this show. But overall, I still enjoyed some of the episodes from We Bare Bears, and I think it's a good show, which is okay to watch. Kevin the Hypertrain asked, do you like Abby Hatcher? No, I never watched the show ever since it came out, and I wouldn't bother or think about watching it. William07081999 asked, what's your favorite Christmas movie of all time? Well, I suppose my favorite Christmas movie would have to be The Polar Express. I remembered seeing it in theaters when it first came out, and it was wonderful as we see the little boy who takes a train ride up to the North Pole. And these sceneries and landscapes from the film were just beautiful, and some of the music were as well. And I suppose my favorite scene from the movie would have to be where the train was running on the frozen lake, and they had to get it off the ice before it breaks. Luckily, they've managed to get to dry land just in time. I've enjoyed watching this movie as a kid, and I think it's one of the best Christmas movies of all time. I have to admit, it's definitely the best. Movie and TV Show Person 2001-2002 asked, have you been to Half Price Books? Well, at first I did not know what that is until I went to look it up. Now, it turns out that Half Price Books is a bookstore, and here in the USA you can find it in Texas or California. Although we had one here in Colorado, but unfortunately it had permanently closed down. So, wherever you live, your store would still be open, but correct me for this whole thing if I'm wrong. But anyway, the answer for this question is no. I had never been to Half Price Books before, not even the one that is permanently closed. And I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to visit the one in Texas or in California. Maybe I can look up their website and see what kind of books they got to offer. Surely they would have some good train books. Movie and TV Show Person 2001-2002 also asked, would you like to sub to me? And the word sub is short for subscribe, so I suppose you people would say that this question should have been pronounced as, would you like to subscribe to me? Sure, I would like to subscribe to you as well as to some other YouTubers, and I would be curious to see what kind of contents that you got and what videos you had produced so far. It just depends how these videos of yours are and what kind of skills that you have gotten for them. You know, sometimes the video would be recorded from a camera, or if they been edited by you. But overall still, I would be curious to see what your contents are. And I remembered that several YouTubers have been asking me to check out their channel and tell them what I think. But yeah, it depends if rather or not if people would like to see any of your content, and it's their choice if they would like to see more from you folks. I'm just saying that there's some people who likes to see your videos and other people that might not like to see your videos, but it's just their personal opinion, if you know what I mean. So, people keep on trying on making your videos a bit more, oof and whatnot. Surely that, hopefully your video making skills will get better. Lincoln01 the Tank Engine asked, do you mind voice act for my channel in the future? Well, if you people remembered that earlier this year I've spoken about this in my update video and my community tab, that I would like to voice act for other people's Thomas content, and I have made my own playlist where you can check these videos that I helped other YouTubers work on. Some of them I made clips for, and others I voiced in. And if you remember that in my update video, I had done a few lines of a station's speaker, which I've sent to Deculminate, Trainboy53, and Sean Britton, and hopefully that they would use them for their future videos. And so far, I have done a role for Percy for some of Trainboy54's Thomas episodes, and I was really impressed of how the first video that he did went. I only wanted to make every sentence sound perfect while I was recording the lines for Percy. And I was repeating on most of the lines so that Trainboy54 would decide which one would be the best. I'm sure that some other people have been doing this same predicament. But Lincoln, of course, I wouldn't mind voice acting in your future videos, as well as some other of you peoples. I just need to know what the script is to your next Thomas video, and I would pick which character that I would like to voice. Like, I would voice Percy, Toby, Gordon, a railway workman, or probably a passenger, or even maybe a station speaker. Shortline Gaming asked, what is your favorite American steam locomotive? Well, you see, I actually like the Union Pacific 844 and the Santa Fe 3751 and the Texas. But I suppose my favorite steam locomotives would have to be the Southern Pacific 4449 Daylight and the Union Pacific Big Boy. And speaking of the Big Boy, if you people may remember that video that I did, I went to Cheyenne, Wyoming to see the restoration of the Big Boy completed, and I was pretty amazed to see one of these big engines back in steam operation. And if you remember that not too long ago, the Big Boy was passing through Colorado, and I managed to get a good look at it while it was passing through a town called Strasburg. And that was when I wanted to see the Big Boy passing through Colorado before it would return to Cheyenne in Wyoming. But overall, I'm just glad to see one of the Big Boys running down the tracks again after being out of service. Because, we haven't seen this many steam trains on the Union Pacific Railroad in years. They're a bit more unusual, if you know what I mean. The Thomas Kid 2019 asked, what's your favorite British steam engine? Well, I actually have a few favorite British steam engines, like there's the Flying Scotsman. I just love the shape of the engine and the look of the tender, and I even like the nameplate, which is placed on the middle wheel arch. And of course, you know, that train had a second tender, which was to help make long distances between coaling depots. That's what I like about Flying Scotsman, and I don't mind the look of how he is today. And another favorite that I like is this Austri locomotive, which is an 060 tank engine with the big saddle tanks, similar to Wilbert from the Railway series, and he's also based on that engine. And my other favorite is also the LBSC E2 tank engine with the extended side tanks. And as you people may know, that's the train that Thomas is based off of. And it's a shame that all these trains have been scrapped, unfortunately. And for some people, it's a bit odd that Thomas is the only surviving engine due to his class for unknown reason. So it's a bit odd for some of the people of why we have this issue about it. But overall, you know, Thomas is the most famous locomotive of them all in the world, and his original prototype doesn't exist anymore. But anyway, those three British steam engines that I was talking about are my favorites, even though one of them has been put out of service. The Thomaskid 2019 also asked, do you have a favorite meme? For those of you who don't know, a meme is an idea, behavior, or style that spreads from person to person within a culture. Like, for an example, you would see a picture of whatever it is with words saying things like, okay pal, free food, one simple thing, or whatever. And there's also some weird character. And there's also a few weird characters related to the word meme, like Handsome Squidward, Leroy Jenkins, and even the Slender Man. Although I've been very familiar with the word Leroy Jenkins over the past months now, and you know, it's been used for a lot of references over the years. And maybe I might do a parody related to Leroy Jenkins someday. And there's also some games which are related to me, like Minecraft, which I didn't know that. And I know I haven't got around to doing Minecraft yet on my gaming channel, but probably I will in the next few weeks. But on to this specific question, the answer is, I don't have a favorite meme. Sorry, Thomaskid, but I'm just not really crazy about these random looking pictures. Trainboy53 Productions asked, which do you like better, SFM animation or Trains Simulator? And SFM stands for Source Filmmaker, which you people may know that. Well, actually, I like them both. I mean, I know that they're a bit different from each other, like, you know, Train Simulator is the game where you can drive trains around, and Source Filmmaker is an animated program where you can make videos in, and it's a 3D animation similar to, it's similar to 3D animation like Blender or Maya or any other 3D animation program that you can think of. And it's kind of like a video game where you can make videos in. So it's like a video game and movie maker mashup, if that makes any sense. And if any of you are one of those people who would like me to make some more Source filmmaking videos, leave me a comment, and I'll try the best I can because that's exactly what I am planning to do. And I know that you people are still waiting for some more Trains videos, and also the Trains Thomas remakes as well, but don't worry, I'll try the best I can to getting around to doing them. It just depends how much my lazy level has been getting in the way, so try your best to be more patient. But like I said, I like them both, Source Filmmaker and Train Simulator, and I don't have a favorite against the two. And here's our last question of the day, and it's our last and final one of the Q&A, and it was asked by XX Nightbear XX Alan Eve. What do you do when you're not filming? Well, sometimes when I'm not doing any filming, I like to relax, like having a rest. Or sometimes I would play a video game, like a racing game of some sort. Or even maybe draw a picture. And sometimes I would like to go to town to have a meal, or get out to do some exercising. And that's pretty much I can think of what I like to do when I'm not filming. And that is it. So thanks for listening, everyone. I hope I've answered everyone's questions. Just a reminder that this is the last part of the Q&A. So thank you all for your questions. I had a great time answering them. Hope you have learned something from me. It will be a long time before I could do another one like this. Although, just to let you know, there were a few other questions that I did not include it because I didn't understand what was being asked from me. And there were a few others that were stated as sentences and not as questions. So, if you're one of those people, try and rewrite your words in the comments and I'll get back to you for them as soon as I can. Also, if any of you got some other questions that you didn't felt like asking in time, or if you felt like I never got around to answering, leave me a comment and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can as well. Again, thank you everyone for your questions. I hope you have enjoyed this Q&A. And stay tuned for some more videos, which I'll be producing soon. In the meantime, you can check out some other features that I got on my gaming channel, as well as on my SoundCloud and DeviantArt pages. So until next time, thanks for watching everyone. This is Merritt Trainboy, signing off.